All right, gentlemen. All right, kings. Welcome back. So, from the good people over at Man Reacts, we're going to take a look over some women that they are strong, they are independent, and they don't need no man until the moment they want chivalry, and then they're going to complain about it.
Go, Kylie, go. Good job, Kylie. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Wow, look at her go.
Ahlelele, ahlelas. Ahlelele, ahlelas. Ahlelele, ahlelas.
I'm going to mute this because of the music, but it's basically a pregnant woman not getting a seat. Now, it's almost, correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but it's almost like women fought for equality and it's first come, first serve. Now, however, you could say this one because she's pregnant, not my woman, not my problem. If you're going to complain, go F some guy. You should have got pregnant by some guy who drove a car so that way you didn't have to take public transit. This one, I think people would be more compelled if she was actually in a leg cast. Now, you can see she's on a leg cast, so maybe people thinking, why is she in crutches? I don't know. And then this one, it's like, oh, look at these men. Ugh, these men. They didn't give up the seat for me, even though I'm able-bodied. What makes you worth it? Did you offer to make these men a sandwich? Because, hey, if you want me to give up my seat, quid pro quo. I need something in return. What, you think I'm just going to give up my seat? Why? Because you're a woman? So what?
If you're a young, able-bodied man on the subway, why are you racing a woman for a seat? And if everyone sitting down is a young, able-bodied man while there are like a bunch of women standing, and why is it that I'm the one to give up my seat when an elderly person walks on when there are like a bunch of finance bros sitting down manspreading?
Okay, elderly, like if they're really in, if they look like a walking skeleton, okay, I could see, hey, I'll give up my seat. I can stand. It's not a big deal. But hey, ladies, you worked an 8-hour day? Well, so did I. What makes you any different? What makes you any better? You want your seat to be given up for? You want a man to give up his seat for you? Be the quality of woman that's worth it. But if you're going to come in with your tattoos and your nose piercing and your purple hair, you can stand because you're basically no different than a man. Oh, pretty privilege denied.
A pregnant woman sat on a man's hand on a bus because he refused to give up that seat. This woman, who was 8 months pregnant at the time, took to the Am I the A-hole subreddit to ask if she was in the wrong. When she got on the bus to commute to work, she saw the empty seat, but then saw the man's hand resting on it. She asked him to move his hand, at which point he replied that seat was taken. So she did what any normal person would do. She sat on his hand. At that point, everyone on the bus was looking at them, and even after getting off the bus, she felt some shame for what she had done. Her husband took the man's side, saying that what she had done was totally inappropriate, but Reddit had her back. Instances like this one are unfortunately quite common. According to a 2018 poll of 2,000 UK citizens, only 60% of people believe that it's necessary to give up a seat to a pregnant woman on public transportation. And 2022 research by the Federal Transit Administration found that overcrowding and non-compliance with courtesy seating policies add discomfort and increased risk for pregnant women riding transit. Etiquette dictates that a pregnant woman can ask for an occupied seat on public transit, even if that seat is only occupied by a hand. What would you do in this?
I will actually agree with the pregnant woman this time. If you're going to be some dickhead going, okay, well, let me put my hand on this seat that I didn't pay for, get the hell out of here. One ticket, one seat, all right? And, even take out the pregnant woman, just if you didn't pay for that seat, move your hand aside, move your backpack off, move your purse off, move your crap. One ticket, one seat.
I'm not helping. It's 2025. Figure it out. I think they... Oh man, it's not working. Let's see, maybe pull it from that end.
Guys, when I tell you, chivalry in this generation is finished. It is absolutely finished. I genuinely want to cry my eyes out. Like, I am just so absolutely frustrated with this generation in terms of dating, in terms of men, in terms of no. But yeah, let me tell you the backstory. So get this right. So I'm at the gym like a couple days ago, whatever. It's back day, you know, I was feeling good. I was like, yeah, we're gonna do this, we're gonna get to the workout. Anyway, I go to the lat pull down machine, the one where you pull it down, and I'm a 5'4" girlie, okay? So I can't reach high things, you know? Like, you know, it's a tough situation for us girlies out there, you know? Anyway, so I'm at this lat pull down machine, and basically I need to change the thing. We'll call it the hooky thing. I don't know what the word is, but I need to actually change the thing. And like I said, I couldn't reach it. So best believe I'm there struggling for 2.5 to 3 minutes. I don't even know how many minutes I was struggling for. I was up there struggling. I was like jumping up, trying to reach it, trying to unhook it, rehook it, that kind of thing. Thank God one of my friends was there. Like in the end, he came and like rescued me. However, no one, not one male person was there to help me. And I'm surrounded by a group of guys, and not one guy asked, "Oh, sorry, love, do you need a bit of help with that?" No one, nada, niet.
Not my woman, not my problem. First of all, she's going to try to change the bar at the lat pull-down machine. Guess what? A lat pull-down machine has a seat. Jump up on the seat and then switch out the bar then. And I had some woman a couple months ago, older than me, but not old, asked me to change out the weights on the incline. Actually, it was a machine incline bench press. There was like 245s on there. And I told her no. I didn't put them on there. And she gave me this look like, did a man tell a woman no?
All right, excuse the way I look, but I just have to rant here. So I live in an apartment complex right now. We just moved from North Carolina to Georgia. I will insert here what happens. Or the oil cover of my car came off as I was driving down here from North Carolina. Well, I lost one screw, but I got it done like 3 hours later. But my thing is, what happened to men if they see a woman underneath her car trying to fix something, going up to them and saying, "Ma'am, do you need help?"
Oh, no, ma'am. First of all, I am not a mechanic. Secondly, I wouldn't want to be considered mansplaining, thinking that you, a strong and independent gender equality woman, are incapable. I wouldn't want to assume that you have a fragile, widow woman mind and are incapable of handling your responsibilities. Thirdly, call AAA if you need that roadside assistance.
Yeah, definitely on my bucket list is for me to call up my man and be like, "Baby, I'm running low on gas and I need you to come put it for me." So he drops everything that's going on. He swerves in his car, he pulls up right next to me, and then he pumps my gas and he pays for it. Because he loves his lady, and like, yeah, like I just admire him because he's gonna be so handsome and whatnot, and I love a man who does acts of service. Like,
Ring, ring, ring. Hey, girlfriend, this chick. Hey, I'm hungry. Stop what you're doing and come and make me a sandwich.
You all know what these are. Now would the awkwardness of going near them to give me CPR stop you? 8,200 women and more could have survived. That's not a fake figure. That is from the British Heart Foundation. Women are statistically less likely to receive bystander CPR because of the awkwardness around breasts and going near them. This has to stop. And even when I think back to when I used to do first aid at school, we always practiced on a flat-chested male torso. Women are statistically less likely to receive bystander CPR because of this taboo and this awkwardness around women's breasts. With training still being like that, it means that people are only getting sort of comfortable and associated with giving bystander CPR.
Listen, I love me a pair of calcium cannons no differently than the rest of you guys do, but it's almost like the #MeAlso movement had a negative effect on guys approaching, let alone even touching a woman.
A man performed CPR on a woman suffering cardiac arrest and was later accused of sexual harassment. The family claimed he should have waited for a female doctor to do it. The incident took place in downtown Chicago. 34-year-old Laura King collapsed at home after a sudden cardiac arrest. A doctor arrived immediately to help. Footage recorded by a neighbor shows him kneeling on the floor performing CPR, continuing for 4 minutes until the ambulance arrived. Laura was successfully revived and still had a pulse when she was taken to the hospital. But just a few hours later, her family filed a police report alleging that the doctor's actions during the rescue constituted sexual misconduct.
Imagine being a good Samaritan, or if it's a paramedic, doing your job, and then you are punished for it. All this is going to do is say, you know what? It's not worth it. Well, won't someone jump in? She's drowning. I can't give her CPR. I'm a man. And I'm not a man who identifies as a woman. What about that? What about a woman who plays for the same side of the field, a woman who likes women? Would that be, misconduct? I mean, my goodness. All of a sudden, it's going to be like, women are dying, women are the victims, men didn't step up. What's wrong with you, men? And men are going to be like, you did this to yourself. You didn't want us. So we stepped aside. Anyways, guys, I figure I'll leave it there. As always, take care and take it easy.